Welcome to the pod. We appreciate all of you. English weather, low 40s, drizzly. We're headed to the Midlands. Big game because Unai Emery and his frisky villains are the informed side in the league at the moment. Tell us about the villains, sir. A storied side, founded in 1874. Villains is a great nickname.
Yeah, founded in 1874 by members of Villa Cross, Wesleyan Chapel. Aston Villa are one of English's grand old clubs. They were pioneers of the professional game and original members of the founding Football League, and a century later, the Premier League, playing their home matches at historic Villa Park, sir. The Lions, the villains. Look, they've been chipping up. Unai Emery, Count Chocula, came from Arsenal. He went to the Yellow Submarine, sunk Ole's submarine, then came back to the league, and he's doing extraordinarily well. 54-year-old Basque coach, sir. Tell us about Unai Emery.
Should they have maybe not fired him so soon, Arsenal? You know, I think if you had kept the Basque manager, another Basque manager, they just tack it up. So they over-index unbelievably so, the Basque region in terms of managers. We faced one today, and we faced another one on Sunday.
I give him a shout.
He's a hell of a manager.
I give him a shout.
I think they would have won more than just the sole FA Cup if he'd stayed at Arsenal and they'd stuck the course. But anyway, he doesn't have the pizzazz of what's his face. Okay, what are they about under Emery? Controlled aggression, high defensive line, and quick vertical attacks once they break pressure. So what the usual shape is a 4-2-3-1. Love that system. Or a 4-4-2 with Watkins and a second forward or attacking midfielder forming the front line. Wide players tucking in to help the press, and then fullbacks providing the width. Out of possession, they defend in a compact 4-4-2, holding a high back line. They try to funnel play wide before springing traps, which is worrisome because some of our best wide players are unavailable now, headed to AFCON. And then when they do get the ball, they like to play the ball forward very quickly through the inside channels using rotations between fullbacks, wide players, and eights. They rely heavily on the timing of Watkins' run, who's just coming into form. So things to keep in mind for Manchester United. Notes for United is the key will be managing their high line and the aggressiveness of their press without getting suffocated. So we need midfielders and center backs who can play through the first wave, pick the right moments to get obviously behind them, and avoid sloppy turnovers because that's what they thrive on. They like to turn the ball over high up the pitch like we saw earlier in the season for Manchester United. We haven't seen quite as much because our aggressive hasn't been as aggressive as it was when we first started the season. It actually wasn't bad at parts today against Bournemouth, but they're a dangerous team. The fact that our record recently, we'll get into their record in a second, has been unbelievable. Haven't lost in 6 and have 5 wins, but they are the informed side. Like I said, they've won 9 in a row. 9 straight, sir. 9 times.
Lifetime versus Villa, we've won 107, drawn 42, lost 51. Like you said, last 6, we got them. So
what are we worried about?
Maybe they're due, I think, is the problem. Let's go through their transfers this summer. What do you got?
Quiet. For a team
Victor,
that is astute. Yeah,
Lindelof.
Yeah, bums.
Iceman, baby.
Evan Guassan was like the big signing, the only really notable signing from Nice. The dual citizenship, Ivory Coast French winger, and then they picked up our leftovers. I forgot Lindelof was even on their team until I saw them beating someone of note. I think it was Arsenal. He was on the field. And then Jadon Sancho, hilariously.
Very glad.
25 years old. That was a great foist. Great voice of Manchester United. But their player to watch is the informed Morgan Rogers. Usually we're focused on Ollie Watkins, but Morgan Rogers is on a heater. 23-year-old English attacking midfielder is on fire at the moment. 5 goals, 3 assists.
Probably going to the World Cup.